Hello students, welcome to physics class. Today we are discussed about some basic concept about solid state physics. What is the meaning of solid state physics? First you learn about the some basic concept. Matter are available in the three states. One is gaseous state, liquid state and solid state. Okay, so what is the meaning of solid? Solid is one of the three common state of the matter. This means solids have a definite shape that only changes when a force is applied. This is different to liquid and gaseous which move randomly. A process is called as a flow. When solid become a liquid, this is called as a melting. Liquid become a solid by freezing. Okay, so once again I will tell the definition of the solid. Solid is one of the three common states of the matter. This means what? Solid have a definite shape that only changes when a force is applied. This is different to liquid and gaseous which move randomly, a process called flowing or flow. When a solid become a liquid, this is called as the what? Melting process. Liquid become a solid by using freezing. It is all about the solid. So in that solid having a two types. One is crystalline solid and amorphous solid. Okay, so first one is the crystalline solid and second is the amorphous solid or non-crystalline solid. Then we are discussed about in one by one. First one, crystalline solid. What is the meaning of the crystalline solid? So crystalline solids particles are arranged in a repeating pattern. They have regular and ordered arrangement resulting in a definite shape. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? Crystalline solid. Crystalline solid are the particles arranged in a repeating pattern. They have regular and ordered arrangement resulting in a definite shape. So it is called as the what? Crystalline solid. So it is the crystalline solid. It is also known as the anisotropic substances. Anisotropic substance means what? It is the property is different for the different directions. Okay, anisotropic means what? It is the different particles or different directions. That is the crystalline solid. It is also known as the anisotropic substances. Then some examples of the crystalline solids are sugar, salt, iron, copper, etc. So it is all about the crystalline solid. Then amorphous solid. What is the meaning of the amorphous solid? Amorphous solids are particles are arranged in the randomly. Okay, so the particles are arranged in randomly. They do not have an ordered arrangement. It is resulting in the irregular shape. So amorphous, it is the irregular shape. So amorphous, it is also called as the what? Non-crystalline solid. So it is the shapes are irregular or different shape. But amorphous solid, it is also called as the what? Isotropic substances. Isotropic substance means what? It is the property with all the directions is same. Okay, so the property cannot change with the direction. So in the crystalline solid the different directions are there, but in the amorphous the directions are same. So it is also known as the isotropic substances. And amorphous, it is also called as the what? Non-crystalline solid. So some examples of the amorphous solids are glass, rubber, plastic. Okay, so these are the examples of the amorphous solid. So some definitions are there. Crystals. What is the meaning of the crystal? A crystal is a solid composed of periodic array of the atom. It is called as the what? Crystal. It is the main important definitions of this concept. So crystals are the what? Crystals. A crystal is a solid composed of a periodic array of atom is called as the crystals. Then we go for the some differences of crystalline solid and amorphous solid. So what is the first difference of the crystalline solid is crystals have an orderly arrangement of their constituent particles. Okay, it is the first difference of the crystalline solid. Then amorphous solids have no such arrangements. Their particles are randomly organized. Okay, then second crystalline solid, crystals have a specific geometric shape with a definite edges. Crystals have a specific geometrical shapes with a definite edges, that is the crystalline solid. Then amorphous solid have a no geometry in their shapes. Then third difference of the crystalline solid are crystalline solids have a sharp melting point on which they will definitely melt, because some melting point is there in the crystalline solid, but in the amorphous solid will have range of temperature over which it will melt. Is the particles are melt when you apply the temperature, but no definite temperature, that is the amorphous solid. Then fourth difference of the crystalline solid, crystals have a long order arrangement of their particles, but in the amorphous solids have a short order arrangement. Then crystalline solids have the cleavage, means breaking the particles along a particular points and directions, but in the amorphous solids have the cleavage into the uneven parts with the ragged edges. Then crystalline solids, it is also, the crystals are also known as the what, true solid. Then amorphous solid is also known as the what, super cooled liquid. It is the some differences of the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. Once again, I will tell the crystals. A crystal is a solid composed of a periodic array of atom is called as the what? Crystal. That is a representative units of a repeated at a regular intervals along any and all the directions in a crystal. Okay, so it is also known as the what? Crystal. A crystal is the what? It is a regular polyhedral form. It is bound by the smooth surfaces which is assumed by a chemical compound under the action of its interatomic forces when passing from the state of a solid, it is a state of a liquid or a gas to the to of the solid under a suitable conditions. It is called as the what, crystal. And crystal is a homogeneous and isotropic body having natural shape of a polyhedron. So it is the some important of the crystals. Once again, I will tell the crystal. A crystal is a solid composed of a periodic array of atom. It means what? It is a representative, the units is the repeated at a regular intervals along any and all the directions in the crystals. Okay, so in this crystal it is a homogeneous and an isotropic body having a natural shape of a polyhedron. So I will once again I will tell in the introduction part also. Then we go for the crystallography. What is the meaning of the crystallography? A crystallography is a branch of science that deals with the discerning the arrangement and bonding of atoms in a crystalline solid with the geometrical structure of a crystal lattices. It is called as the what? Crystallography. In modern, crystallography is largely based on the analysis of the diffraction of X-ray by crystals acting as optical grating. Okay, so then the crystals can exist in a wide range of sizes, and the sizes of the crystals, it is depends on the rate at which it is the form. It is the what? It is the crystallography. And the study of the geometrical form and other physical properties of crystalline solid by using the X-ray, electron beam and neutron beam, etc. These are the some concept about the crystallography. Then constitute the science of crystallography. It is all about the what? Crystallography. Then what is the meaning of the that crystallography? It is the crystallography, it is a branch of science that deals with the discerning the arrangement and bonding of atoms in a crystalline solid and with the geometrical structure of a crystal lattices. After that, in that the crystal can exist in the wide range of the sizes, and the size of the crystals, it is depending upon the what? It is depending upon the at the rate at which it is the formed. Means what? Means what? The crystallography is formed. It is depending upon the what? It is the rate at which the form, means the crystals, it is depend upon the rate of the crystallography. Okay, so then we go for the some important definitions of that solid state physics. First one is lattices. What is the meaning of the lattice? A lattice is an ordered array of points describing the arrangement of particles that form a crystal. Okay, so what is the meaning of the lattice? A lattice is an ordered array of points describing the arrangement of particles that form a crystals. Means, what is the meaning of that crystal lattice? A crystal is a constructed by the infinite repetition in a space of identical structure units, that is called as the what? It is the crystal lattice, and one can replace each unit by the geometrical points. It is the some important points of that lattices. Then we go for the unit cell. What is the meaning of the unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest part of the crystal. So one smallest part is there, no, that is the in that crystal, that is the what? Unit cell. Once again I will tell the definition of the unit cell. A unit cell is the smallest part of a crystal that repeated regularly through the translational in the three dimension creates the whole crystal. It is called as the what? Unit cell. Then what is the meaning of the crystal structure? Crystal structure is the both lattice and unit cell, that is the sum of both two, that is called as the what? Crystal structure. So a lattice is an ordered array of points describing the arrangement of the particles that form a crystal, and the unit cell is the smallest part of a crystal that repeated regularly through the translational in a three dimensions. It creates the whole crystal, that is also called as the what? Crystal structure. In that crystal structure having the two concepts, one is crystal and crystallography. Then we go for the crystal diffraction. What is the meaning of that crystal diffraction? When a waves is moving through a crystal, they are diffracted. When a waves is moving through a crystal, they are diffracted. Light, sound and neutrons, atoms or molecules and electrons are all diffracted by the what? Are all diffracted by the crystals. It is called as the what? It is called as the crystal diffraction. Then we go for the X-ray diffraction. What is the meaning of the X-ray diffraction? X-ray diffraction is a phenomenon in which the atom of crystal, by virtue of their uniform spacing, it is what? It is causes an interference pattern of the wave present in an instant beam of X-ray. Okay, so in that crystal diffraction there are many concept is there. First one is the diffraction of the X-ray, then is the Bragg's law, and so, and then Bragg's X-ray spectrometer and the powder crystal methods. These are the some concept is there. I will explain in the afterwards. Okay, so only is the basic concept. Then we go for the specific heat of the solid. What is the meaning of the specific heat of a solid? Specific heat of a solid or liquid is the amount of heat that rises the what? That rises the temperature of a unit mass of the solid through the 1 degree Celsius. It is called as the what? Specific heat of the solid. Once again I will tell, specific heat of a solid can be defined as the quantity of heat given to the substances to rise the temperature of 1 kg of a substance through a 1 degree Kelvin. It means what? It is means I will tell. So how to define the SI unit of the specific heat of solid? The SI unit is the amount of heat that rises the temperature of 1 kg. Means you have to rise the temperature of 1 kg of the what? Solid. You have to measure the solid. The unit is kg. But you have to measure the liquid through the what? How to measure the unit of the liquid? It is 1 Kelvin. Okay, so once again I will tell, the specific heat of the solid, the SI unit is the amount of heat that rises the temperature of 1 kg of the what? 1 kg of the solid or liquid through the 1 Kelvin. It is also known as the what? Specific heat of solid. Once again I will tell the definition of that specific heat of the solid. Specific heat of a solid or liquid is the amount of heat that rises the temperature of unit mass of the solid through the 1 degree Celsius, or the specific heat of a solid, the quantity of heat given to the substances to the rise in the temperature of 1 kg of a substance through the 1 degree Kelvin. Okay, so it is also called as the what? Specific heat of a solid. So it is all about the some basic concept and some introduction of the solid state physics. Okay, thank you guys.